Good morning, everyone. It's Courtney. My face is a little red again this morning. It is because I just washed it. Don't worry, it will go back to normal soon. Today, we are going to be joining the rest of the granny squares into the blanket that I'm making for my daughter. This is the first crochet blanket that I've made, actually. I read the AI synopsis of my last video. I was like, hold on, it's not the first blanket I've made with crochet. I was actually wrong. The AI synopsis was actually right because the blanket I made last year was actually knit. Anyways, this is my first crochet blanket as well as my first blanket made with granny squares. Yesterday I joined, there's 4 rows that are added onto the blanket. So now I'm gonna add on the 5th and 6th row, or as I had it laid out yesterday, it was the 1st and 2nd row. I kind of went from top down, but I'm so excited. Let's get into it. I think I should be able to finish this today. After I add these 2 rows horizontally, I'm going to go and add every column vertically. So yeah, it'll definitely be a project, but I think we should be able to get it done. So let's go. So I'm currently joining the 2nd or 5th row. I'm currently joining the 2nd row across into the blanket, and again I'm working from the top down. So this is the 2nd to last row that I have to join, and I mentioned in yesterday's video that I'm joining them with a slip stitch in the back loops. Basically, when I'm seaming them together, I'm putting the wrong sides together. This is the right side of the square, this is the wrong side, right? You can kind of see it's like a little bumpy where I wove in the ends. And this is obviously the right side of the Labubu square. So this being the wrong side, yeah, I covered up this red round with Labubu. I'm putting the wrong side of the square next to the wrong side of this square. And then I'm just joining them along this top edge, working a slip stitch through the back loop. So I start here in this corner, obviously with the squares lined up better than they are right now, and through the back loops only, slip stitching through the top edge. I've finished seaming all of the horizontal rows. So now what we're going to do next is seam the vertical columns, and then we'll add a single crochet border around the whole blanket. I'm still hoping to be done today, but honestly, I wasn't really thinking about the time that it would take to add the single crochet around the edges, so we'll have to see. It might be tomorrow, but stick with me.
I can't believe it's time to start horizontally seaming this blanket.
I think I'm gonna work for about an hour and see how much we can do. Okay friends, I've been joining up and down vertical columns for exactly 1 hour, and during that time my goal was like, dang, I really want to get 2 columns joined in this hour, and exactly 1 hour to the minute 2 columns have been joined. I just fastened off the 2nd column. It occurred to me that as I'm doing the edge, as I'm doing the single crochet border around the whole blanket, hopefully I'll remember to crochet over these ends. It's about 2 o'clock. Let's see if I can sit down and get another column joined in about 30 minutes real quick. I just finished that round or column across or up and down, and it only took me 26 minutes. So I shaved 4 minutes off of my average time. Happily, I am now at the halfway point on the blanket. So I don't know if you can really tell, but the blanket is conveniently folded right in half, and I'm about to join another set of columns. Let's see how long it takes me this time. Whew. I was not expecting this, but I actually shaved a further 3 minutes off of my time seaming these last 2 pairs of columns together, and I got this done in 23 minutes. I think I'm gonna work for about 10 to 15 more minutes and just see how far I can get on the next set of columns. I'm back and I'm ready to see how much I can get done in the next hour. I didn't show you guys, but I've got about halfway through one of the columns that I was joining, so I've only got about 1.5 columns left to join. And then of course I've got all 4 edges of the blanket that I'm going to finish with a nice single crochet and hopefully weave over those ends or crochet over those ends at the same time. Okay, it took me about 20 minutes and I just finished the column that I was currently working on. I think I'm gonna take like a little break and get some dinner. Hopefully I'll be able to do this other column, the whole other column, and finish joining the columns by the time that I need to run out and do something real quick. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I might still be able to then do the single crochet edge later on. Again, we'll just have to see. All right, everyone, I just finished joining the last column. I feel like I need to spread this blanket out real quick and just make sure all the columns and rows have been joined.
Consider this the verbal form of a thumbs up.
Now I'm gonna start on that border around the blanket with single crochet. Well, everyone, I finished the blanket. As you can see, I'd be lying if I as you can see, it has taken a bit of a toll.
I'm scrambling for the right words to say that my back hurts.
I think we need to do the reveal. I think we're gonna do the reveal, and then after that, off screen, I'm gonna gift the blanket to my daughter, and we're gonna dust our hands off, and that'll be done.